Did you know that after age 60, your body naturally loses up to 8 pounds of muscle every decade, even if the scale stays the same? Let me tell you about Carl, a 67-year-old retired teacher from Ohio. For 40 years, he stood in front of classrooms, walked the halls, and thought he was in decent shape. But 3 years into retirement, Carl noticed something troubling. His favorite sweater felt tighter around his middle. Climbing stairs left him winded, and opening pickle jars had become a two-person job. "I eat the same foods I always have," Carl told his daughter during their weekly phone call. "I even bought one of those fancy scales. Some days it says I have lost weight. Other days I have gained 3 pounds. Nothing makes sense anymore." Sound familiar? Have you ever felt like your body is playing tricks on you, changing in ways that seem impossible to control? Here is what Carl did not know, and what his doctor later explained during a routine checkup. Your body after 60 operates by completely different rules than it did at 40 or 50. Welcome to your trusted home for senior health facts, where we turn confusing health changes into clear, actionable wisdom. If understanding your changing body and living healthier every day matters to you, hit that subscribe button. We are about to uncover why traditional weight advice fails seniors, and what actually works instead. Here is the truth about aging that no one prepared us for. After 60, weight is not really about weight at all. Think about it this way. When you were younger, your body was like a high-performance sports car. Efficient engine, strong frame, everything running smoothly. Now imagine that same car after 20 years. The engine still runs, but it needs different fuel, different maintenance, and a gentler approach to perform its best. According to Harvard Health Publishing research on aging metabolism, adults over 60 face a perfect storm of physical changes. Your resting metabolic rate drops by roughly 1 to 2% each year. Meanwhile, you are losing muscle fiber density at an accelerated pace, what researchers call sarcopenia. But here is the part that surprised even me. The National Institute on Aging found that hormone changes, particularly drops in growth hormone and testosterone. Yes, women need testosterone too. Do not just affect how you feel. They completely reshape how your body stores and uses energy. Dr. Sarah Chen, a geriatrician at Cleveland Clinic, puts it simply. A 65-year-old body trying to follow 30-year-old weight loss rules is like trying to run modern software on an old computer. It is not that the computer is broken. It just needs a different operating system. This is not about giving up or accepting decline. It is about working with your body's new reality instead of fighting against it. When you understand why your body is changing, you can finally work with it instead of against it. If you are over 60 and feeling frustrated with your changing body, here are 7 common habits that might be working against you. First, skipping meals to save calories. This backfires dramatically for older adults. When Helen, a 71-year-old retired nurse from Florida, started skipping breakfast to lose weight, she did not just feel tired. She actually began losing muscle mass faster than fat. According to the Journal of Nutrition, meal skipping after 60 triggers a survival response that breaks down muscle for energy while preserving fat stores. Helen shared with me, "I thought I was being disciplined. Instead, I got weaker and my clothes still felt tight." Second, relying on sugar-sweetened beverages, including fruit juices. That morning, orange juice or afternoon sweet tea creates blood sugar roller coasters that promote fat storage around your midsection. Mayo Clinic guidelines show that liquid sugars are particularly problematic for older adults because they bypass normal satiety signals. Third, over-relying on diet or low-fat packaged foods. These products often compensate for removed fat with added sugars, sodium, and artificial ingredients that can trigger inflammation and water retention. Thomas, a 69-year-old from Michigan, switched to all low-fat foods and gained 15 pounds in 8 months. "I was doing everything the labels told me," he said, "but my body was not responding." Fourth, eating while distracted. Television dinners, scrolling through phones, reading. Research from Harvard Department of Nutrition shows that distracted eating leads to consuming 25% more calories on average. And older adults are particularly susceptible because age-related changes can already dull hunger and fullness cues. Fifth, choosing convenience over nutrition with frozen meals and takeout. These options are typically loaded with sodium, which causes water retention and bloating, while being deficient in the protein and nutrients older muscles desperately need. Sixth, not drinking enough water throughout the day. Dehydration after 60 does not just make you thirsty. It can mimic hunger, slow your metabolism, and increase fatigue. Many seniors mistake thirst for hunger and end up snacking when their body actually needs hydration. Seventh, following extreme or restrictive diets designed for younger people. Those 1,200-calorie diets or intermittent fasting plans you see online. They can be harmful for older adults, potentially accelerating muscle loss and causing dangerous nutrient deficiencies. Have you fallen into any of these patterns? Comment guilty below. You are definitely not alone. And recognizing these habits is the first step toward change. Now, here is what actually works for maintaining a healthy weight after 60. Strategies that work with your changing body, not against it. First, prioritize protein at every meal. Aim for 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein 3 times daily. This means eggs or Greek yogurt at breakfast, chicken or fish at lunch, and lean beef or legumes at dinner. The Journal of Nutrition. Latest research shows older adults need 50% more protein than younger people to maintain muscle mass. Barbara, a 73-year-old grandmother from Texas, started adding a boiled egg to her morning oatmeal and noticed her energy improved within 2 weeks. "I did not realize I was protein-starved," she told me. "Now I actually feel satisfied after meals." How to do this? Keep hard-boiled eggs in your refrigerator. Add protein powder to smoothies. Or include a palm-sized portion of lean meat with lunch and dinner. Second, fill half your plate with colorful vegetables. Not because vegetables are low-calorie, but because they are nutrient-dense and provide the fiber your changing digestive system needs. Cooked vegetables are often easier for older adults to digest than raw ones. Third, develop a strategic hydration habit. Start each day with 8 ounces of water. Drink a glass 30 minutes before meals. And keep water within arm's reach. Add cucumber, lemon, or mint if plain water feels boring. This simple change helps distinguish true hunger from thirst and supports healthy metabolism. Fourth, take a 10 to 15-minute walk after meals. This gentle movement helps regulate blood sugar, aids digestion, and counts toward your daily activity without overwhelming your joints. Research from the Cleveland Clinic shows post-meal walks can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. Fifth, create a sleep-supportive evening routine. Poor sleep after 60 increases cortisol, the stress hormone that promotes belly fat storage. Aim for 7 to 8 hours with a consistent bedtime. Limit screens an hour before bed. And consider herbal tea like chamomile to help you wind down. Sixth, choose smart carbohydrates in controlled portions. Focus on steel-cut oats, quinoa, sweet potatoes, and brown rice. Limit portions to about half a cup and pair them with protein and healthy fats to stabilize blood sugar. Seventh, include gentle strength training twice weekly. Even resistance bands or light weights help combat muscle loss. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends strength training for older adults not just for weight management, but for bone health, balance, and independence. Try implementing just one of these changes tomorrow morning, and share in the comments how you feel after 1 week. Small, consistent changes create lasting results. Let me tell you about Dorothy, a 76-year-old widow from Oregon who transformed her relationship with her body. After her husband passed 2 years ago, Dorothy found herself eating mindlessly, skipping meals some days and overeating others. She had gained 20 pounds and felt disconnected from her own body. I looked in the mirror and did not recognize myself. She shared, I felt like I was disappearing inside my own skin. Working with her doctor and a nutritionist who understood older adults, Dorothy did not go on a diet. She created a new lifestyle. She started with protein-rich breakfasts, added gentle walks around her neighborhood, and joined a water aerobics class at the local community center. 6 months later, Dorothy had lost 18 pounds. But more importantly, she had gained something precious: confidence in her body again. I am not trying to look 30, she told me with a smile. I am trying to be the healthiest 76-year-old I can be. And you know what? I feel fantastic. I want to pause here and share something important. Dorothy's story is her personal experience, and results can vary greatly from person to person. What worked for Dorothy might need adjustments for your unique situation, health conditions, and lifestyle. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes. You deserve to feel strong, energetic, and confident in your body. At any age. Your body has carried you through decades of life experiences. It is not broken. It has just evolved. And with the right approach, you can work with these changes instead of fighting against them. Start with just one small change tonight. Maybe it is drinking an extra glass of water, or adding an egg to tomorrow's breakfast, or taking a 5-minute walk after dinner. Ready to feel better in your own skin. Subscribe now so you do not miss the next step in your journey toward healthy aging. We are building a community of people who refuse to let age define their vitality. A common question I hear is about eating fruit while trying to manage weight after 60. Absolutely, you can eat fruit. Choose whole fruits over juices, and pair them with protein or healthy fats. For example, apple slices with almond butter, or berries with Greek yogurt. The fiber in whole fruit helps regulate blood sugar absorption. If you are diabetic, stick to lower sugar options like berries and melons, and monitor your blood glucose response. Another frequent question involves daily weighing to track progress. I recommend against daily weighing as it can be misleading and frustrating for older adults. Your weight can fluctuate 2 to 4 pounds daily due to hydration, medication effects, and hormonal changes. Weigh yourself once weekly at the same time of day, and focus more on how you feel, your energy levels, and how your clothes fit. People often ask about the best breakfast for weight management after 60. Focus on protein and fiber. Try steel-cut oats with berries and a boiled egg, or Greek yogurt with nuts and cinnamon. Avoid sugary cereals, pastries, and fruit juice. The goal is stable blood sugar and sustained energy that lasts until lunch. Is walking enough exercise for healthy weight management? Walking is fantastic and should be your foundation. Aim for 150 minutes weekly of moderate walking. However, adding gentle strength training twice weekly helps preserve muscle mass, which is crucial for metabolism after 60. Even resistance bands or light dumbbells make a significant difference. Regarding plant-based diets for weight management after 60. These diets can be healthy for older adults, but require careful planning to meet protein and nutrient needs. Focus on legumes, quinoa, nuts, seeds, and fortified plant milks. You will need to pay special attention to vitamin B12, iron, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids. Consider working with a registered dietitian to ensure you are meeting all nutritional requirements, especially if you are new to plant-based eating after 60. Some seniors actually struggle with unintentional weight loss rather than weight gain. If you need to gain weight, focus on nutrient-dense, calorie-rich foods like avocados, nuts, olive oil, and protein smoothies. Eat smaller, more frequent meals every 3 hours. Work with your doctor to rule out underlying conditions and consider consulting a registered dietitian who specializes in older adults. Here is a practical daily routine based on today's discussion. In the morning, start with 8 ounces of water. Then enjoy a protein-rich breakfast like Greek yogurt with berries or eggs with whole grain toast. For lunch, create a colorful plate with half vegetables, quarter lean protein, quarter whole grains. Drink water 30 minutes before eating. In the evening, take a gentle 10-minute walk after dinner. Then wind down with herbal tea and prepare for consistent sleep timing. As a bonus, keep a water bottle nearby all day and do simple stretches or resistance band exercises twice weekly while watching your favorite television show. The information shared today comes from trusted peer-reviewed sources, including the National Institute on Aging research on sarcopenia and age-related metabolic changes, Harvard Health Publishing studies on metabolism and aging, Journal of Nutrition protein requirements for older adults and meal timing research, Mayo Clinic guidelines for senior nutrition and hydration, Cleveland Clinic research on post-meal exercise benefits and blood sugar management, and American College of Sports Medicine exercise recommendations for older adults. These sources provide the foundation for our recommendations. But remember that research shows general trends and your individual experience may vary. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you of something important. Everything we have shared today is for educational purposes to help you make informed choices about your health journey. I always encourage you to work with your doctor or healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your eating habits or exercise routine. They know your personal health history, medications, and unique circumstances best, and can guide you on what is right for your specific situation. Every person is unique, and what worked wonderfully for Dorothy Carl, and Barbara might need small adjustments for you. Your healthcare team is your best partner in this journey toward feeling strong and confident in your changing body. The stories I have shared today are personal experiences, and individual results will vary based on many factors including your current health, medications, and lifestyle. Take care of yourself. Listen to your body. And remember, you are not trying to turn back time. You are learning to thrive exactly where you are. I will see you in the next video, where we will explore how to build strength safely after 60.